say qualities that a glassblower should have would be patience. It's going to take a long time and mess up a lot. It's super frustrating.
I would say Simon's glass is sturdy. We stand behind our product, which not many glass makers can do. Clarity in which you look through our glass can really, I feel, only be found in Simon's glass, which is a lead-free crystal glass, which is phenomenal. It's safe for us, safe for the people producing it.
We've been working together for a little over a year now.
1 year.
You've been with the company what?
I've been here for 3 years. I'm still an assistant. We do a 3 to 5 year apprenticeship here at Simon Pearce, and that's just to prepare you for the difficulty in the quality control of our glass.
It's a lot of pressure. Yeah, absolutely. As a craftsman, I mean, it's really your name is first on the production. So it's you that is in charge of maintaining that consistency for Simon.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for those that are familiar with the glass world. As far as being a glass maker for Simon, it is the cream of the crop.
I was apprenticed for around 3 years. I mean, I was more in a culinary job. I was working as a line chef on a grill. Decided I didn't want to pursue it any longer.
I was a graphic designer beforehand, and I wanted something else. I wanted to do something with my hand and not sit behind a desk all day.
Come from all walks. I mean, so many people were, trained professionally in other areas and wanted to work with their hands. I mean, we've got artists, we've got school teachers,
Yep.
We've got train mechanics.
Yeah.
You come from all walks, but it's just that interest to work with your hands.
There's a lot of focus that goes into making glass, and I think people really enjoy that direct focus into something, and to produce a glass through that kind of focus is special.
You start out as an apprentice. Basically that just entitles, helping out, assisting, pretty much just getting a lot of glass out of the furnace. Usually within a year or so, you move up to a journeyman. The journeyman will have an extra added job on top of being an apprentice, and that's blowing the bowl. That's where Matilda's at right now.
Depending on, positions available or whatnot, it can be 6 to 9 months, occasionally a year as an apprentice. That's where you're really just learning the flow of the shop, how to get from here to there. A lot of the focus, you're initially going to be focused in on that funnel mark, how to get a nice consistent 4-leaf clover on the bottom. That's the base of all of our glasses.
After that, once you can make first quality glass on your own, you can open glass, like, simple things like this, you'll become a craftsman. Once you're a craftsman, you're pretty much just working away, getting good at your craft. Yeah.
one of Simon's master craftsmen. I've been at it for about 17 years now, all of it here in Quechee. Here in Quechee, we're tasked with Simon stemware. I mean, that's our primary purpose in the company. So I mean, it's roughly 350 designs that we take care of. It really takes an eager mind and hard work and dedication to the craft on their part. And part of my job as a team leader here is instilling that kind of work ethic into my assistant.
When I started blowing bowls for someone else, I got moved to a different shift booth. That was the hardest point, was just, you know, I spent a year with someone who was very patient and very, you know, just being like, all right, you gotta get it right. I mean, I'm waiting for you to get it right, but very patient. And it was very frustrating not being able to perform and get it done and help them make money and help myself make money. And I think that was my biggest hurdle.
Gather glass, that's that main body of glass that you're going to either blow the bubble into or, you know, shape the glass from. It's just the general term for a chunk of glass. Our main manipulating tool is our hand jacks. Those are the little tongs that we use. Those are pretty much my fingers on the glass, so all of my shaping is done with that. Transferring it over, so when she brings me the hot gather glass, you know, I'm going to snip it off of there with diamond shears.
Paper is used to shape the glass. So if I want to use my papers, instead of making like this round shape that I'm making with my block, I use my pad of paper and shape it into a cylinder or a cone.
This is our Bristol Red. So this is the bowl. This is where it's going to start. We'll blow the bowl. This is where we start training the journey people actually how to blow those glasses. It'll be closed down at the top after she's done blowing it. You flip it up into the air, and you're going to drop a little chunk of glass onto the bottom here. Bring it down to the bench, and you know the entire thing is going to be in motion. You just start working that glass, getting it set up, and then draw that stem right out. Once we get it to length, because timing is very much critical, we flip it right up to the top, take that foot on there, bring it down to the bench. We're going to shape that again. I mean, it's all, in theory, quite simple, but it's the timing that's so critical, and that's the stuff that we make look very natural, and that's what really takes the most amount of time, is learning the correct time and the amounts to actually work with.
Cannot work here and not enjoy making glass. It's too difficult. The training is too difficult. You really have to have a passion for what you're doing downstairs.
Hand finishing our product has always been very important. There are certainly more productive methods of finishing glassware, but to get the individual touch that we're looking for, they're all going to be hand finished.
It's definitely a labor of love. It's one of those things where when I started, everyone's like, oh, how do you like it? And I was like, it's great. It's horrible. You put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, because, I mean, it just feels so good when you get it right.